Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD Starcraft, and I am back for Game 2 from the WCS, and it is Startail Bomber, the red Terran player down in the bottom right-hand corner of Newkirk Precinct. His opponent is, of course, Scarlett, the blue Zerg in the bottom left-hand corner, and she actually won the first game of this set with, I mean, just an incredible constant pressure busting through with Zerglings, Banelings, and Mutas, and that is something that Chaedong tries to do, but can't really, for whatever reason, he's not able to do it. I mean, I think I've casted a couple of sets with Chaedong versus Bomber, where Chaedong just completely got stomped by Bomber, and Scarlett showing that she knows what to do to get things done. And where is this drone going? I guess right now, Scarlett right now is looking for a proxy barracks or proxy, proxy barracks, because, you know, on this map, it is one of those maps where Terran players can proxy a building in the middle of the map sometimes. But I think she's also going to be using this drone to try to scout and block an expansion possibly, but she's a little bit late here, and she will at least be able to get this drone into the main base. But anyways, yeah, Scarlett has been playing you know, a really sick, aggressive Zerg game, and she's just showing that, hey, even if I let you go up to 3 bases and let you go with that macro CC, I'm still gonna have enough forces to punish you. And she has some pretty nice strats here. I'm really looking forward to seeing how she plays out here in Game 2. It looks like she's just kind of duking it out with that SCV, and now bringing her drone down to the natural expansion is going to start to wail away on that SCV as well. But this drone, I think originally its purpose was to scout for a proxy, and since she didn't see any proxy, she's just going to go over here now, try to be as annoying as possible. The nice thing about drones is they do regenerate, obviously, as they are considered biological Zerg units. The problem is SCVs can repair SCVs, so SCVs are considered not only biological, but they're also considered mechanical, so they're kind of a hybrid unit. So yeah, that's kind of nice for SCVs to be able to do, and that's one reason why drones usually don't beat SCVs, especially since an SCV has a little bit more health as well. Now, we do have Bomber going for another expansion, pretty quick one. I don't think on this map he's going to be going for a macro CC, although I could be mistaken. It is another pretty big map, but I would argue that the travel time between the 2 bases here is a little bit shorter than Star Station. I could be wrong in that regard. It looks like it doesn't matter because Bomber is going to be going for a factory this game. And a lot of times when Terran players go up for the factory opening, you'll see them go right into Starport. You can see them go for early medevacs for Hellbat drops. You can also see them go for early medevacs just to drop Marines. And you can also see them just play a standard 1-1-1 opening, having those early medevacs for harass, obviously, and then transitioning into either bio or mech. And we'll see what Bomber decides to do here. On the side of the Zerg players, Scarlett is adding in a couple of gases right now. Note a significant difference in this game as against the last game. I believe last game Scarlett went for a pretty quick 3rd expansion, but this time she's going to go for gas because she realizes that you know, Bomber isn't going for a quick expansion the same time around. He's actually gone for factory first, and now he's going to be going for the expo. So you do need to get a little bit of gas because you don't want to fall behind in technology if you're Zerg. And it looks like this Overlord here, if she just scoots that Overlord in just a little bit to the northeast, she will be able to see that command center there, and that would be a pretty nice scout for her. But unfortunately, that Overlord is a little lazy right now. Isn't going to be going in yet. There are some Hellions coming out here for Bomber. And early Hellion play here, not a bad strategy. You don't see the tech lab on the factory or anything like that, so we're not going to be seeing siege tanks. We're not going to be seeing upgrades for mech for a while. But the early Hellion play is always nice as Terran because it gives you map presence, map control. It allows you to harass a little bit as well. And you can see here, all that Scarlett has to do is make sure that her queens are in position, and she should be okay to defend against these Hellions. And in fact, creep trimmers now beginning to spawn out their tentacles and produce more additional creep. These 2 Hellions are still kind of running around, trying to see if they can get any damage done. They're being backed up by a few more Hellions as well. And with 4 Hellions here, you can try to run into the natural expansion. It's a little risky, but if you can get in there, it looks like 1 Hellion is going to die. You can get a full scout, and sometimes you can get some drone kills as well. And that's what Bomber's going to go for here. He is going to try to roast and toast as many drones as possible. He's going to get 4 drones already, and he's got still 2 Hellions alive inside the main base. Not only does he get a scout, but he gets drone kills at the same time. Going to roast up a few Zerglings on the way out of here as well. Very nice job by Bomber. And look at this, this Hellion is still alive. It's actually 1 shot away from dying. These drones are gonna try to kill it off. Oh, that drone is gonna get the kill. But 5 drones did go down to those Hellions. So at the end of the day, I think definitely worth it. If we look at the units lost tab, it's gonna be pretty close. But you have to consider the potential future income that those 5 drones would have been making, you know, had they not gone down. So I think a great opening right there for Bomber, and you know, a slight momentum swing for him. He's actually got a huge production line here as well. 5 barracks in total. Factory plus starport. He's producing widow mines. He's producing technological upgrades for his marines as well, and he is going to be having medevacs pretty soon at the same time. So his army is really going to be quite beefy here. And I would argue he might even try to go for a bit of a timing attack here with +1/+1 and Stimpak combat shields finishing up. Could certainly look to continue applying pressure against Scarlett, and Scarlett now going to be moving out with a couple of Zerglings, checking to see if there's a pocket expansion there, which there is. 1 SCV goes down, and those Zerglings quickly moving out of the way. They don't want to die yet. 1 Zergling also going up to the north side here, making sure that it is able to deny a potential SCV that goes up there to build another command center. And right now, it looks like Scarlett is going to be going for a lair inside her main base. She has another hatchery coming up, as well as a hatchery over here at the 4th expansion. Once again, macros play from both of these players. Both of them feeling comfortable going into the later stages of Starcraft and then brawling it out and seeing who's got the better Starcraft at the end of the day. And it looks like Bomber now is going to be moving out with his army. Remember, I mentioned he might go for a bit of a timing attack here. Combat shields isn't quite done yet, nor is +1 weapons, but he's still got a very strong army. Gonna lay down the widow mines here. And it looks like he doesn't have drilling claws, doesn't quite need it though. He is going to be pressing forward with these Marines, destroying creep tumors, has medevacs in the back to heal as well. This is a very strong push from Bomber. Banelings are coming in here. It looks like the Widow Mines on the retreat. Very nice job by Startail Bomber, utilizing his Widow Mines to take out those Banelings, and he even evacuated his Marines into the medevac just in case the Widow Mine was about to do a little bit of friendly fire right there. He was able to pick them up and save them, and now going to be able to heal them back up to full HP, although his Widow Mines were left out there for dead, and those Overseers were able to take them out, but more Widow Mines are coming to reinforce this forward position. And Bomber now has completed +1/+1, is now researching 2/2, as is the Zerg player. This army is going to get backed up onto the high ground here. Banelings detonating, Widow Mines detonating as well. And the Marines here continuing to press forward with their medevac support. It looks like Scarlett isn't going to have enough forces here to defend her pocket expansion, and she is going to have to retreat and give it up. A terrible loss here for the Zerg player. And when you lose an expansion like that, a lot of times it's just absolutely debilitating. And if Scarlett can come back here, it would be quite the miracle. Can she do it? It looks like she's worried about defending her Spire here, as she does have 10 meters on the way, as well as +1 flyer attacks. Doesn't want to let that Spire go down, although this medevac is coming around back on the other side. It looks like the medevac is going to go down, though, before it could deposit any Marines. In the meantime, Marines going up to the top side expansion, taking out more drones. 13 drones have gone down already. Scarlett is in a fuddle right now. She's trying to get her forces in position to defend against the constant harass. And will she be able to do it? These Marines continuing to apply pressure here. Drones don't have a second to even mind. More Marines marching over to this expansion, and they are going to be able to reinforce their buddies, which right now they do need some reinforcements. They're stranded behind these mineral lines. It looks like all of them did go down, but more Marines are coming in. Widow Mines regenerating their Sentinel missile payload, detonating on these mutas and doing a ton of damage. More Marines gathering here, but the medevacs don't have enough Marines to heal, and they are now going to have to get out of there unless they want to get picked off by these mutas. Unfortunately, looks like they're going to run out of afterburner energy, and these medevacs, they are gonna go down. No, 2 medevacs able to make it out of there with just barely enough HP intact. These medevacs are absolutely critical as well, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, they're expensive units to construct overall, and they do really help to bolster the Marine infantry army. You don't want to let them just go down. In fact, I would argue right now Bomber should bring back these 2 medevacs that are low on HP and low on energy. They're not really doing anything here with this army at all. Bring them back, repair them, let them regenerate a little bit of energy, then bring them back into the battle. I'm not sure why he's bringing them with the army though. I guess it's hard to do a lot of things at once sometimes in StarCraft, and right now the players are doing a lot of things at once. If you look at the EPM here, 156 per side, that's a lot of effective actions per minute. Mutas and Banelings coming in here, Baneling acid detonating all over the ground, and the Marines are not able to withstand that type of firepower. They are taken out. Mutas still reign supreme in the skies, and Scarlett here being able to hold off the constant pressure. She's actually doing a fantastic job right now. She can pick off these medevacs as well. Has to be careful though, doesn't have enough ground support to assist against these Marines here, and those changelings all getting walloped as these mutas flying once again, almost able to take out another medevac. And what a game we have on our hands here in game 2. Consistent back and forth action here, but it looks like Bomber might be holding off the second wave of reinforcements. He's keeping them at the front door of his pocket expansion, not choosing to send them out quite yet. I think he might be thinking about making a transition here into another expansion pretty soon. Doesn't want to keep up this high octane game for too long. And one thing here for Scarlett is she desperately needs to reclaim a 4th base, because she's still on 3 bases here. She's playing 3 bases against a 3-base Terran, and Bomber, because of that fact, has pulled ahead in supply. He's now at 187 supply. And Toss Girl is in a lot of trouble. There's actually another expansion coming up. While Toss Girl, I called her Toss Girl again, didn't I? Scarlett needs to get another expansion desperately, and if she doesn't get another one, I don't know how she's gonna be able to stand up to Bomber's late game here. You can see that Bomber is starting to really gain a lot of momentum. He's winning battles. He's holding the low ground here with his Marine army. And I think that Scarlett is going to have one last chance here to break through this. Basically, it's a contain now. And she's going to have one last opportunity to do this with all of her forces. And she's going to have to get another expansion down as well. A tall order for Scarlett, really, especially as her base out here is being attacked. She is going to be forced to move out now. She doesn't have a chance to wait. Will she have enough forces to bust through? These Marines are nice and clumped up, but she doesn't have enough Banelings. And it looks like another hatchery is going to go down. These Marines are stimming up, and the Zerg is going to lose yet another hatchery. It falls down, and now Scarlett is only down to 2 bases. Not a situation you want to be in, and she's basically forced into an all-in situation now. She has to win the game. I don't think she's going to have a chance to play macro anymore, and this is going to be it for her. If she can get a lucky break, if she can break these medevacs and maybe destroy these reinforcements as they march into her base, she might have, you know, a chance to take out this expansion at the very least, but it looks like she's just too concerned with reclaiming her lost expansions, and she really doesn't want to give up yet. She wants to try to play macro. She's trying to double expand right now, but this is just really stretching her forces too thin. You can see that hatchery forced to be canceled. Bomber is just, you know, he's all over the place. He knows about these expansions coming up, and he knows that as long as he can prevent Scarlett from getting another base, you know, basically play keep away and block the Zerg from claiming any minerals or gas, then he's gonna have this game in the bag. Plus 3/3 are the current upgrades for the infantry as well. That's another thing going good for Bomber, as Scarlett only has 2/2. And you can see here, it looks like Bomber is gonna push into the middle here, making sure that there's no expansion there once again. And he has just got a crap load of Marines. If we look at the units right now, he's got 93 Marines, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is just, I don't know how you stop that as Zerg. Half the supply of Bomber's army, entire army, is consumed by Marines. And they're all 3/3 upgraded with stim pack and combat shields, not to mention the medevacs in the skies as well. And I think this is probably going to be GG, unless Scarlett can come up with a miracle right now. And she does actually kill off quite a few Marines on the ground, but she just doesn't have enough Zerglings and Banelings underneath to support. And, you know, she's doing a good job of, you know, every time she moves in, she keeps her mutas alive. That's great, but she just doesn't have enough to break the back of Bomber. And because of that, I think now that she's just down to basically Mutalisks, it's going to be over. And she knows if she sends these Mutas in, they are just going to get ripped to shreds without, you know, ground support. And there it is, GG. Scarlett calls it. Game 2 goes to Bomber, and it is now tied up. We're going to go into Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed. And this is HT signing out.